What's up, guys? We're Dan and Shay, and our new album, Obsessed, came out today.
We want to say thanks to the #1 best-selling New York Times author Bobby Bones for having us on his show today.
That's right. We can't wait to get our copy.
That's right.
Awesome.
Signed copy.
That's right.
All right, let's do this thing. All right, here we go. We got some questions here. We've got Winter from Lancaster. If you could do one song with an artist from a different genre, who would you pick and why? Probably Taylor Swift. We're huge Taylor Swift fans. We know every word. I mean, I guess she's a country artist as
Absolutely,
well, and a pop artist. She's everywhere. She's awesome. But she's such a great songwriter, and we're fans of great songwriting, and that'd be a fun duet. You know,
that's right. I thought you were gonna say she's everything. She is. She is. All right. Do we say this? Do we say who this from? Here we go.
Yeah.
Danielle from Canton. What is your favorite kind of dog? Oh my goodness.
Any kind of rescue dog.
Yeah,
That's
any
right.
dog.
Any dog.
Dogs are my favorite dog.
We love dogs. What's up, dog?
That was ridiculous. Okay.
Megan from Westerly says, are there any fun or interesting stories behind the new songs on Obsessed? I thought I was going to say, are there any fun or interesting stories from the bus? And we got to keep it semi-PG here, right? You know what I'm saying? So we'll filter it a little bit. Let's see, behind the new songs on Obsessed. Let's see. I would say recording the title track Obsessed was like one of the coolest experiences of our lives. We got to record Jim Horn, who's like, if you Google him, Jim Horn is like the most legendary saxophone, every instrument player ever. And he's played with, you know, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, you name it. And now he's like lowered himself to Dan and Shay.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
It's a whole thing. But we recorded him and a whole brass section on that record, and it was one of the coolest experiences. It was unbelievable. So fun. Obsessed. Check it out. There's lots of horns. It's a whole thing. It's fun.
It's worth a Google. Let's see. I'm not sure. How do you say that? I'm going to let you take a crack at that.
Katie Ann from Boise.
There we go.
What is your favorite cover song to perform on stage?
Ooh, I would say You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi. It's really fun one to do. Just because it's so much energy, and I feel like a rock star for a good 4 minutes.
How's it go?
It's something like that.
That's like the lower version,
yeah.
the acoustic version.
It's an acoustic.
Mara from West Babylon says, what are 3 must-have items you keep with you at all times? Let's see. I would say at all times. I mean, we could talk about the essentials like deodorant, toothpaste. Yeah. I don't know about Shay on those ones, but most people. Let's see. On the bus, we have to have... We like to keep a dumbbell around. Our bass player, Dustin, he's a real estate agent, the #1 real estate agent in Pittsburgh. At any given time, you'll look outside the bus window, and he's cranking out curls. Like, he's on the phone selling houses. So there's always a 20-pound dumbbell on site. It's pretty ridiculous. What else do we have?
He's doing other strange things.
What else do we have?
Coffee would be one of them.
Yeah.
Probably for, I think, everyone on the bus as I'm sipping coffee.
Let's see what else we have to have. Like a Pro Tools rig, because we're always recording our albums and demos and stuff on the road. So there's always something like this, you know what I mean, where you can make records. We made like most of our Obsessed record on the road. We recorded bands in Nashville and had amazing players, and then we went in hotel rooms and we built our own little vocal booths. We stacked up, we flipped mattresses. There's a whole thing. Yeah, check it out online.
Yeah. Jana from Danville. What are some of your musical inspirations when writing for your second album? Man, that's very difficult because there's so many influences. I think, I know, growing up there was a lot of Rascal Flatts, Keith Urban, Tim McGraw, all these people that we listened to. We loved, you know, that kind of country music, and even some of the older gospel stuff for me and some of the rock stuff for Dan. And I think eventually your music kind of starts to sound like all the music you've listened to in the past probably, 15 to 20 years. And I don't know, there was a lot. And I think I think you guys were huge inspirations. Obsessed came from watching Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. You guys kind of came up with that title. So thank you very much. So you inspired our second album.
And Road Trippin' was another title that fans inspired. Everybody was always tweeting it. We're road tripping to the Dan and Shay show. So we wrote it down on our phone, and we had to write that song. We needed to write you guys the Road Trippin' anthem. So check it out online right now. That was perfect timing for that. Let's see. Jade from Burnsville says, what are your favorite things to do when in Nashville? Let's see. There's so much good food in Nashville. We eat a lot in Nashville, as you can tell right here. But there's so much good food. East Nashville, food's on point. It's next level. It's some legit stuff. We like to volunteer at Proverbs 1210 Animal Rescue in Nashville. If you saw the Nothing Like You music video, there's lots of dogs running around, and they were all from Proverbs. And we got 43 dogs adopted from that video. So, little things like that.
Very, very cool. I played this game called Golden Tee in Nashville. There's a lot of little systems. I'm a professional now. I can't do real golf very well, which I need to get better at. But yeah, Golden Tee.
Golden Tee.
Yeah, it's my specialty. This is me right here.
Caleb from Michigan says, if I stand by the red carpet at the CMT Awards June 8th, is there a possibility of getting a selfie with you? Absolutely. It's gonna happen.
Yep,
it's gonna happen. We might crowd surf over the people at the
there you
CMT
go.
Awards.
The Kim Awards.
Sarah from Emma says, what is your favorite song off of Obsessed?
Ooh, that's very difficult. I would say right now, because it kind of changes. We've heard these songs for a while now, and they're all kind of your babies. But I would say Already Ready maybe would be my jam. But From the Ground Up is definitely the most special song we've written off that record.
Let's see, yeah. McKenna from Leesburg says, are meet and greets going to be sold at the concert for you guys? This is a long question. I gotta really wrap my head around this one. Went on tour with Darius Rucker, August 12th show. This will be my 4th time seeing you guys. That's awesome. Thank you for coming to see us 4 times. That's really cool. We haven't even seen ourselves 4 times, so that's a lot. I love you so much. We love you too. You're amazing live. Thank you. Okay, meet and greets. Back to the original question.
Forgot what the question was.
Yeah, we will be doing meet and greets. We try our best to do as many meet and greets as possible. We hope we can get you in. And, we try to stay as long as we can. If the venue lets us, sometimes we get kicked out, and sometimes they say, no, everybody's going home. You guys got to leave. In that case, we apologize, but we will try our darndest to do a meet and greet after the show, before the show on August 12th. And we stay in touch on social media, so if you hit us up, we'll probably find a way to come say hey, maybe take a picture.
That's right. She tricked us. She didn't use a question mark. That threw me off.
Oh, man.
Golly gee. Robin from Santa Barbara. Would you consider playing / singing with an audience member during your CMA Fest fan club party? I would consider it. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Janice from Sacramento. Would you please play From the Ground Up at my wedding next summer? Planning on walking down the aisle to it. #amazing. That is really amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. I know that's a huge moment in your life, and we've been getting a lot of folks saying that they're using From the Ground Up as their wedding song, and it's a tribute to our grandparents, and it's their love story. So to have that in your own life and in your wedding is really cool for us to hear. So we'll try our best. If we're anywhere near Sacramento, we'll try to make it out and maybe surprise you and do a little singing there. But thank you so much for using that song in your wedding. That's legit.
That is awesome. Sierra from Aurora. When will you guys have another solo tour? Let's see here. Dan is going out. I think you're going out in the fall.
Yeah,
right?
Great.
I'll be going out.
Yeah, that's not what that meant. Shay is not very smart, and that meant when are we going to headline again? So sometime later this year. Sometime later this year.
Yes. Let's see here. Charity from Knoxville. What inspired you to write Road Trippin'? Well, we've actually already answered this question. You guys did, because we saw your tweets and everything. We had to write the Road Trippin' anthem of people road tripping across the country and seeing Dan and Shay shows. So yeah. And yes, we will come back to Knoxville at some point because we love Knoxville.
Yeah, Stephanie from San Antonio says, are there any collaborations on the Obsessed album? If not, who would be y'all's first choice? We didn't have any featured vocalists on this record other than ourselves, but we had a lot of awesome musicians. We had the opportunity to record some of the best musicians in the world on this album. On our first album, we didn't really have an option to record anybody, so we were just tinkering, and we played all the guitars and stuff ourselves, which explains why it's not so superb. But on this record, we got to record incredible musicians, the best players. We had Near Z on the drums. Like I said earlier, Jim Horn on the title track, Obsessed. We had Jimmy Lee Sloas on the bass, Derek Wells on the guitar, Brian Sutton on acoustic guitar. We had some incredible musicians, and that for us is the coolest collaboration we can have. We're such fans of what's going on in Nashville and everybody that's rocking on Music Row. So to be a part of that was really awesome. And if we could have a featured singer on a record, I don't know, we always tweet it Taylor Swift singing on our records and stuff. Adele would be really cool.
The second time that Taylor has made it into this video.
That's right.
Because we love Taylor. Monica from Virginia. What got you guys into making music? Music got us into making music. We fell in love with songwriting and just the way that it can make you feel. And I think just like all of us, we just love music. And when you hear a song that really moves you, you want to write those kind of songs for us. And it's just awesome to see the reaction, especially now that we've written some songs and see you guys sing along is a really, really cool feeling. And I don't know. It's hard to describe. Music is one of those things.
Let's see. Cindy from Lexington says, who's the most famous person you've ever texted with? I think a person that actually hits us back, we would have to say Blake Shelton. Blake Shelton is like, we always take it for granted because he's such a humble guy and he's so down to earth and he's the man. That guy's like super famous. He's on The Voice. He had #1 album this past week. He's
there
the
he is
man.
back there.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey Blake, what's up? He came to watch us do this. This is crazy.
Does it all the time.
Blake's a label mate of ours, and we had the opportunity of touring with him early in our career. So Blake is the man, and he'll probably stop texting us back after he sees this video. So thanks for texting us, Blake. You're the man.
Absolutely. All right. I'm just watching him walk away right now. All right. Maddie from Lexington, South Carolina. What are your favorite things to do when you have off time from the road? Oh man, I'm a big movie guy. I like to go see movies, new movies, old movies, really just any movie, and also golden tea all day, every day. Professional.
Let's see. John from Charlotte says, your music touches me and so many other people. What's it like hearing that from fans? That's the coolest feeling in the world. I mean, we've both been playing music for a long time, and we got to sing covers and do it the whole thing like that, but when we write songs and we put out albums and have fans come to shows and sing the words back to us, like, that's literally the coolest feeling in the world. And to be out, that's why we do so many meet and greets. Literally, I mean, we meet people and hear stories, and with From the Ground Up especially, like hearing people say they're using it in their wedding and it's the story of their love, all this stuff is like, it's a full circle moment because you trace it back to writing the song and demoing the song and recording the song, and it just makes it, it wraps it all up for you. So that's the coolest feeling in the world, and we appreciate all you guys watching this video and hanging out with us and supporting our album. It's we're really proud of this thing. We hope you guys dig it. Obsessed, available now. Yeah.
Boom.
We love you, Bobby Bones. Thanks for having us.